Hi, my name's David Mair, and my HackWeek project was to produce a graphical user interface for the crash debugger. I'm the maintainer of the crash debugger at SUSE, and one of the things I find that is a problem all the time, if I bring up a copy of crash, I'll demonstrate for you, is that I'm working on crash and I'll run a backtrace and think, you know what, the bug's got to be somewhere in the code for, as in this example, bond send gratuitous arg. So I'll disassemble bond send gratuitous arg. And where did my backtrace go? So that's a nuisance for me, and it's a nuisance for all the different features of crash, in that any one you use that gives you a reason to use another one, the one that you started with scrolls off the top of the screen. Wouldn't it be great if crash had a GUI? So this week I have been working on crash GUI as an extension object for crash. Some of the messages that you'll see here in the crash screen are just my diagnostic code, so don't worry about those. We'll start the GUI and I'll scroll it into visibility. It's much bigger than the projector window, so if you'll pardon me for a moment, I'll get that all set up. There you go. We have a full cube-based crash GUI. It's not got all of the functionality that I want to add at this point, but let's start with something simple and do a backtrace of the current process. And we just did it a moment ago in the text mode version of crash. That's exactly the same output. And instead of typing the text to disassemble bond send gratuitous arg, I'm just going to right click and select it, and there we go, we've got a disassembly of bond send gratuitous arg. I'll bring it onto screen. That is my project for HackWeek, is to make it possible to see multiple elements of a crash dump at the same time. In other words, not lose them by scrolling off the top of the screen while you're working on a crash dump. You can have multiple disassemblies. You can also, at the point I'm at the moment, take, for example, a list of processes. So let's say we were interested in a backtrace of PID 7622, chosen at random. Since the number looks like a PID, the context menu this time shows us the option to backtrace PID or task 7622, which I'll go ahead and do. It'll take a moment because sometimes these backtraces take a little bit of time. And it will take an even longer moment than I expected. Still running the backtrace, I can see my diagnostic text, and it was showing me that it was just slow. And there you go. We see a backtrace of process 7622, and if I wanted to go look at something in that, I could, for example, right-click on a symbol and disassemble it. If I had the address of the return point of a function, I can disassemble whatever routine that is up to that address. This will take a moment again because some of these commands are actually quite slow in crash, which is doing the background work for me here. I'm just doing the display work. There we go, and it comes. I'll bring it into visibility, and as we can see, we get the routine up to E1D74. Bingo. And I have lots more plumbing to do, lots of other features of crash that I want to add to this, but I want to make it easier for me to work on crash dumps by allowing me to keep things on screen that are useful to me and not have them scroll off the top of the screen. Thank you.